60 Minutes Overtime.
This last weekend, in the middle of the coronavirus story, I talked to somebody who had a family member who was fighting in a hospital and who ultimately lost that fight. And like all of us trying to cover this story, I've been watching everything, trying to piece together the facts and information, and then also tracking the political debate. And there was this clash that took place between the sorrow and the woe that this family was feeling, having just lost a family member, and the political debate that was going on. And that clash was so powerful for me that I just had to sit down and write about it. And once I sort of thought I had something that was important enough to say beyond just its self-therapeutic, I wrote it up and sent it to Jeffrey Goldberg at The Atlantic, and he ran it. All I asked in the piece was just that we take a moment for those who are feeling grief and sorrow, because the larger point here is that we're all going through this together.
If you've ever lost someone you loved, you know the feeling of seeing the world through bank teller's glass. You observe other people laughing and enjoying their day, but you are apart from them, separated by a thick, bulletproof barrier. You wonder how they can savor that plate of pasta or play music that loud, given what's happened. Normally the experience is isolating, but in our new coronavirus world, we're all on the same side of the glass.
The response has been pretty powerful from all sorts of different people. A lot of people, when they read it, passed it around either because they were experiencing grief, or because they knew somebody that was, or because they were having a kind of anticipatory grief and sorrow about this confusing moment that we're all in. There's another part of what we're all going through that is so difficult in managing grief, because we can't do the normal things that you do when you are grieving. In some of these instances, people don't even have the opportunity to say goodbye. They can't have a funeral. They can't have the kind of closure as a specific individual matter. They can't hug their relatives. People who would normally flock to a house, now the best they can do is light a candle in their windows so that they hope their neighbors see it. All of the normal coping mechanisms are taken away, and that is an acute situation for the people going through it, but also for the rest of us. This is something new for all of us to be experiencing this at the same time. So what can we grab? What we can grab is the fact that we are all going through it together. We are all humans. We all need to be seen, recognized, and heard. And maintaining that, the applause that take place in New York City at 7 o'clock, are not just thank you for the rescue workers and the nurses and the doctors who are doing the amazing work of taking care of those who are sick, but it's also all of us neighbors hearing each other, participating in that together, all having the same human reaction, regardless of our politics or our creed or our religions or races or where we come from, that we're all expressing the same kind of gratitude at the same time, which is not only a good thing to be doing to get collectively, but it also reminds us all that we at the very basic level are all human beings. And if that is the foundation that people hold on to in these unmoored moments and are reminded of, that perhaps is the foundation on which you can build some structure for getting through this and for emerging stronger. It's a test.
The test of a time like this is that it either drives us towards our common humanity or it drives us apart. Let it be the former.